Nobody saw it coming. Not the fans, not the family, and definitely not Erica Mena. What started as whispers behind the scenes exploded into full-blown chaos when the DNA results hit the table like a bomb. The test confirmed it. Mendeecees is the father of Erica's baby and Yandy Smith. She did not take it quietly. In fact, she stormed into the studio during what was supposed to be a peaceful sit-down. And what happened next shook everyone to their core. Cameras were rolling. The Vabahila crew froze. Erica stood speechless while Yandy went off, accusing, exposing, and unleashing months of bottled-up rage. "You think you can just walk in here and destroy my family?" Yandy yelled, her voice echoing through the set. Meanwhile, Mendeecees? Silent, looking like he'd rather vanish than face the fire. Social media lit up instantly. Fans were stunned. Team Yandy and Team Erica started trending within minutes. What was once a private matter had now become the most explosive reality. Drama of the year. But what really happened behind the scenes? What triggered Yandy's on-air explosion? And how deep does this betrayal go? Grab your tea, because this story is just getting started. As soon as the news broke, the entire Love and hip-hop fan base erupted. But behind all the tweets, comments, and reaction videos was a storm that had been brewing for months. It all started with a quiet rumor. Something about Erica Mena being seen leaving a clinic where paternity tests were known to happen. Nobody took it seriously at first. In fact, most people brushed it off as just another internet whisper. But then, photos surfaced, grainy, zoomed-in shots of Erica looking visibly shaken outside the clinic. And that was all it took. Yandy heard about it through a friend. She didn't want to believe it. She had been through so much with Mendeecees. Prison, separation, public drama, and now this? Still, she tried to stay calm. "Until I see proof, I'm not reacting," she said during a private dinner with her close friends. But inside, she was already spiraling. Her trust, her peace, it was all hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, Mendeecees stayed quiet. Too quiet. When Yandy asked him directly, he avoided eye contact. "I don't even talk to Erica like that," he insisted. But Yandy knew that look. It wasn't denial, it was fear. Fear of a truth too ugly to admit. Then came the day everything changed. Erica, possibly pushed by her own guilt, or maybe just fed up with the whispers, announced on a live stream that she had something to say. Thousands of viewers flooded in. People were expecting drama, but not this. Erica stood in front of the camera, face serious, voice trembling just slightly. "I've been holding something in for a long time," she began, "but I can't stay silent anymore." She reached down, picked up a folded document, and held it to the camera. The chat exploded with messages. "Is that a DNA test? No way! Please don't be Mendeecees." Erica unfolded the paper slowly, revealing the words that would set the internet on fire. "Probability of paternity, 99.99%. The camera cut off right after that. No explanation, no follow-up, just silence. Within seconds, screenshots flooded Twitter. Fans were tagging Yandy nonstop. Instagram gossip pages went into overdrive. And Yandy? She was mid-filming when she found out. The crew caught her raw reaction, her scrolling, reading, gasping. "What the hell is this?" she muttered, her hands trembling. She stormed out of the set, phone in hand, calling Mendeecees. "Is this real?" she demanded. "You need to tell me right now. Did you get Erica pregnant?" There was a pause on the line. Too long. "Yandy?" It was a mistake. It was one time. "I didn't think." Click. Yandy didn't say another word. She hung up, walked back into the studio, and told the director to roll the cameras. "I got something to say, and I want the whole world to hear it." That's where the real chaos began. She sat down, mic in front of her, eyes blazing. "I want to address the lies, the betrayal, and the disrespect," she said, voice steady but deadly cold. And then she let loose. "You don't get to betray your wife, your family, and then act like you're the victim. You don't get to hide behind silence while your mess spills out all over the internet. And Erica, you don't get to blow up someone's life on live just to make yourself feel better." The comments were flooding in faster than they could be read. Fans were stunned. Some were crying, others were laughing nervously. But one thing was clear. Yandy wasn't holding back, and just when people thought it couldn't get worse, Erica showed up? Yes. Erica Mena walked into the studio unannounced. The crew froze. The director whispered, "Do we stop rolling?" But Yandy waved him off. "Keep it going." Erica stood there, expression unreadable. "I didn't come to fight," she said softly. "I came to tell the truth." Yandy laughed, bitter and sharp. "Your truth or the truth?" "Look," Erica began. "I didn't plan this. I didn't trap anyone. I didn't even want the world to know. But when you keep something in for so long, it starts eating at you. And I couldn't take it anymore. So you decided to take me down with you?" Yandy asked, rising to her feet. "You couldn't call me like a grown woman. You had to go live." "I thought you already knew," Erica admitted. "I thought he told you." Yandy's eyes narrowed. "He didn't." "And now I find out like this?" The room was thick with tension. Every camera caught every breath, every glance, every tear that refused to fall. "I'm sorry," Erica whispered. But it was too late. Yandy turned away, trying to breathe through the rage building inside her. "Get out," she said quietly. Erica hesitated. "Please, get out." And with that, Erica walked out. No cameras, no fanfare, just the door clicking shut behind her. But this wasn't the end, because what Yandy didn't know was that Erica had receipts, and she wasn't done yet. The moment the door shut, silence filled the studio like a heavy fog. The cameras were still rolling, but Yandy didn't care anymore. Her chest was heaving, her eyes were locked on the floor, and her fists were clenched so tight her knuckles had gone pale. The crew stayed frozen, unsure whether to intervene or let the moment ride out. Then Yandy looked up and said, almost to herself, "What kind of man does this to his family?" The comment section was blowing up. Fans were crying, raging, typing in all caps. Some were defending her. Others were blaming Erica. And a small group was pointing fingers at Mendeecees, calling him a coward for staying silent. But outside that room, something else was brewing, because Erica didn't leave alone. As soon as she exited, she was met by a man in a gray hoodie, sunglasses covering half his face, phone pressed to his ear. It was her cousin, Rico, the one person who'd stuck by her since everything began. And he had something in his hand. A folder. "You sure you want to do this?" he asked. "It's already done," Erica replied, taking the folder. Inside were screenshots, text messages, audio clips. All dated, all incriminating, all proving that not only was the affair real, but Mendeecees had been emotionally involved. Promises were made, trips were planned. There were receipts for hotel rooms and even a recorded phone call where Mendeecees told Erica he wished things were less complicated. Erica had held back during the live stream, maybe out of guilt, maybe out of fear. But now, after being humiliated again, she was done playing nice. Meanwhile, Yandy was trying to collect herself. Back in the studio, she had stepped away from the cameras and was now pacing in a side hallway, still mic'd up. "I can't believe this," she kept repeating. "I gave that man everything." Her phone buzzed. It was a DM from a fan. Attached was a photo, Erica and Mendeecees at a restaurant. Nothing wild, but intimate enough. The timestamp? Only 3 months before this whole drama blew up. Yandy stared at it for a long moment, her jaw tightening. That was the final straw. She stormed back into the studio. "Get me a producer," she barked. "I want to go live." A few crew members scrambled to set it up. Within minutes, Yandy was live on Instagram, her face hard as stone. "Since everybody wants to see the drama play out online, let's give them what they want," she started. "You want to embarrass me in public? Fine, let's do it right." Fans flooded in by the thousands. Celebrities began joining the live, some silently watching, others commenting words of support or shock. And then, out of nowhere, Mendeecees joined the stream. His face appeared in a small bubble on the screen, looking panicked and exhausted. "Yandy, please," he said. "Nah, don't please me now," she snapped. "You had months to fix this. You had chances to come clean. But instead, you sat back and watched my life blow up." "I didn't think it would come out like this," he admitted, voice low. "You thought it would stay hidden? With her?" Yandy's laugh was dry and bitter. "Erica lives for this type of mess." "It wasn't supposed to happen," he whispered. I was in a bad place. We were arguing. I was confused." "You weren't confused," Yandy said, sharply. "You were selfish. You wanted to feel good for 5 minutes and didn't care who got hurt." The chat was spinning out of control. Fans were begging for details. Others were telling Yandy to dump him immediately. Some were accusing Erica of setting it all up. But in the midst of it all, one message stood out. Erica about to drop the real tea. And she did. Minutes later, Erica went live from her own page. And this time, she wasn't holding anything back. "Since I'm being called a liar, let me just show y'all the truth," she said, holding up the folder Rico gave her. First, she showed the texts. Long threads of affectionate messages from Mendeecees. Pet names, plans for a secret getaway to Miami. And then came the audio. Erica pressed play. "I wish things were different," Mendeecees' voice said. "I think about you more than I should." "What about Yandy?" her voice asked on the clip. A pause. "I love her, but I feel like we've been growing apart." Yandy watched the stream in real time. Her hand flew to her mouth. This wasn't just an affair. This was betrayal on every level. Emotional, physical, spiritual, and the fans, they lost it. Comments exploded with, "He gaslit Yandy," "This man is trash," "Erica is messy but she's not lying." Yandy's live ended without another word. The screen went black, and within hours, where Team Yandy and Mendeecees exposed were trending across social media. But it didn't stop there. The next morning, Yandy packed a bag and checked into a hotel. Not just for space, but because she needed time to think. Her kids were staying with her mom. Mendeecees was locked out of the house, and Yandy was considering the unthinkable: divorce. But before any decision could be made, Mendeecees showed up at the hotel. He wasn't alone. He brought his sister, his lawyer, and, shockingly, his oldest son. A bold move, some might say. A desperate one. The front desk called Yandy's room. "He's here," the voice said. Yandy hesitated, but she went downstairs. As she entered the hotel lobby, the tension was thick. Cameras from gossip blogs were already outside. Someone had tipped them off. And the confrontation was about to be captured on every lens in the city. Mendeecees approached her slowly. "I just want to talk," he said. "With your lawyer and your sister watching?" Yandy asked, arms folded. "I need help fixing this," he said. "Because clearly I've messed everything up," his sister chimed in. "He's not proud of what he did, but he's trying." Yandy shook her head. "Trying would have been telling me the truth before the whole world found out." Then, his son stepped forward. "Dad told me to always respect women. To be honest, to protect the people you love." Mendeecees looked like he'd been punched in the gut. His own son's words hit harder than anything else that had happened this week. Yandy's eyes filled with tears. "I need time," she whispered. Mendeecees nodded. "Take all the time you need. Just don't walk away for good." And just like that, the moment ended. But outside those hotel doors, more drama was waiting, because Erica had just signed a deal with a major reality production company. And her first tell-all, it would include a sit-down interview, behind-the-scenes footage, and a guest appearance from someone Yandy never saw coming. The teaser dropped without warning. No press release, no countdown. Just a sudden post on Erica Mena's Instagram story. A black screen, the words, "The truth is coming," and the date, Friday night. Within minutes, blogs picked it up. Fans were dissecting the font, the background music, even the time it was posted. Something big was coming. And Erica, she was sitting in the center of it. Friday arrived like a storm cloud. On social media, people were counting down like it was the Super Bowl. Yandy, meanwhile, stayed quiet, completely silent. No tweets, no posts, nothing. She was still at the hotel, surrounded by her team, but more importantly, she was emotionally shut down, drained. She hadn't responded to Mendeecees' texts in over a day. And deep down, she feared this new reveal might be the thing that breaks her completely. The live premiered at 8 p.m. sharp. Over 300,000 viewers tuned in immediately. Erica appeared on screen in a sleek black dress, seated across from a well-known reality host. Her expression was calm. Too calm. Behind her was a blurred-out set that resembled a courtroom, a symbolic nod to how publicly messy this had all become. "Thanks for being here," the host said. "I didn't have a choice," Erica replied. Yandy dragged me into the public. So now, I'm giving her exactly what she asked for. The first half was a recap. The affair, the DNA test, the live streams. But then, just when people thought the heat had peaked, "Are you ready to share the part you've never told anyone?" the host asked. Erica nodded slowly. "Yes." The screen faded to black. Then, boom, a new face appeared. And fans. Went. Feral. It was Samantha. Mendeecees' ex, the mother of one of his children, the woman Yandy had famously feuded with years ago, and somehow, now, she was sitting across from Erica, looking smug, as if she'd been waiting years for this exact moment. "What made you come forward now?" the host asked her. "Because I'm tired of playing quiet," Samantha said. "Yandy isn't who people think she is." Erica turned toward her. "Tell them what you told me." And Samantha did. In chilling detail, she claimed that Yandy knew about Mendeecees cheating long before it went public, and even allegedly helped cover up one of his past affairs for the sake of their brand. She described private conversations, burner phones, and mutual NDAs signed between parties. The allegations were explosive. She only started acting like the victim when the cameras came on, Samantha claimed. The chat exploded. Some fans were stunned. Others said it made sense. But the majority? They wanted Yandy to respond, and fast. Yandy, watching the stream alone in her hotel room, dropped her phone. "Not her," she whispered. "Not Samantha." Tears welled up in her eyes. Not from the betrayal, but from the exhaustion, the humiliation. How many more people were going to come forward? Just then, her phone buzzed. It was a FaceTime call from an unexpected name. Juju, Yandy's longtime friend and former reality co-star. "Girl, are you seeing this?" Juju asked immediately. "I wish I wasn't," Yandy replied, wiping her face. "You want me to pull up?" Juju offered. "No," Yandy said softly. "I need to handle this alone, for once." But Juju wasn't the only one checking in, because someone else had been watching from the shadows. Someone who wasn't supposed to get involved, but couldn't stay silent any longer. Mama Judy, Mendeecees' mother, a woman who had always protected her son. Until now, she called Erica, asked to meet, and to everyone's surprise, Erica agreed. They met at a private location, no cameras, but Judy brought her phone, and she recorded the whole thing. In the video, Judy confronted Erica about the pain this had caused not just Yandy, but the children. "This ain't reality TV to them," she said, voice trembling. "This is their family." Erica, for once, looked shaken. "I didn't want it to go this far," she admitted. Judy leaned in. "Then stop. Release the rest of those clips if you must, but don't drag the kids through it." The next morning, Erica posted a final video. It was different this time. Quieter. More introspective. "I'm not proud of everything," she said, "but I needed to tell my truth. I'm stepping away now. Y'all can decide what to believe." The post ended with a simple sentence. "I hope she heals." But the internet wasn't ready to move on, because while the world was picking sides, Mendeecees was planning something that might just tip the scales completely. He had booked a press conference. Not a live stream. Not a statement. A full-on press event. His team sent invites to major bloggers, urban gossip outlets, and even a few mainstream reporters. Yandy begged him not to do it, but he insisted. "I have to speak for myself," he told her. The press conference was held at a midtown venue. Security was tight. Cameras were everywhere. And when Mendeecees finally stepped onto the stage, silence fell across the room. He took a deep breath. "I've made mistakes," he began, "more than I can count. But I never meant for this to destroy the people I love." He paused, then added, "The DNA results are real. And yes, I was unfaithful. But there's more to this story." He claimed that Erica had been pressuring him emotionally, using past trauma to gain his sympathy. He said their relationship was toxic, but mutual, and most shockingly, he alleged that Erica had tried to contact him again just days before going live. He showed texts, screenshots, voicemails. "She wanted to keep this going," he said. "But I said no." Whether the evidence was genuine or not, fans were divided again. Some said he was trying to save face. Others said he was exposing a manipulator. But then came the final blow. A reporter asked, "Is Yandy staying with you?" Mendeecees. looked straight into the camera. "I hope so," he said, "but that's her choice." Hours later, Yandy posted a cryptic message to her Instagram story, a photo of a broken mirror, and the words, "What's shattered can't always be fixed." And just like that, the world was back to guessing. Were they done for good? Was this the end of love and hip-hop's longest-running couple? Or just the beginning of an even deeper unraveling? What no one knew was that a surprise voicemail was about to surface, and the voice on it wasn't Erica, or Samantha, or even Mendeecees. It was someone completely unexpected, and their story was just about to begin. The room fell silent after Erica's last outburst, the kind of silence that stings. Not peaceful, but charged, like air right before lightning strikes. Yandy didn't flinch. She stepped closer, eyes locked onto Erica's like a storm brewing behind them. And then, with the kind of calm that only precedes chaos, she said, "You think this is over because of a DNA result? Girl, this just started," Erica scoffed, arms folded, trying to keep her composure. But the tremble in her voice gave it away. "He admitted it. I didn't force this. He came to me." Yandy tilted her head. "Did he, though? Or did you show up at just the right time with just the right receipts?" Mendeecees, now standing in the background like a man trapped between two avalanches, finally spoke. "Can we not do this here?" he muttered. "You both want the truth? I'll tell it." But no one listened. A producer tried stepping in. "Ladies, let's keep this off camera until we can..." But Yandy waved him off without even looking. "Nah, let it roll. Everyone wants reality, right? Let's give them real." Erica, her voice sharp as broken glass, snapped back. "You were never enough for him. That's the truth you can't handle. The man you think you built. He found peace in me." Gasps. Literal gasps echoed from behind the cameras. Assistants froze mid-step. Someone dropped a water bottle. And that's when Mendeecees did the unthinkable. He walked out, just turned and left. Didn't explain, didn't defend anyone. Just walked. Yandy's chest rose with shallow, angry breaths. "See that?" "I'm done hiding," he said. "This situation, it's real. But I didn't cheat. Not the way y'all think." Both women turned to him. He looked between them and added, "It happened once. After Yandy and I separated for a bit. I didn't know she was gonna come back." "You told me she was done with you," Erica snapped. "I thought she was," Mendeecees admitted. "I messed up, but I never led you on." Yandy folded her arms, fire burning behind her gaze. "So that's your story now?" "It's the truth." "Then you better hope the courts see it that way too," Yandy said sharply. "Because if you think this ends in some cute baby shower moment, you're wrong. I'm taking this all the way." "You don't need to do that," Mendeecees said, almost pleading. "We can fix this." Yandy shook her head. "Some things can't be fixed. Some betrayals burn too deep." Erica, suddenly softer, said, "This isn't just drama. There's a child involved. We can't raise a baby in a war zone." "Then, you should have thought of that before sleeping with a man already in chaos," Yandy bit back. There was silence again. And then, a bombshell. "There's more," Erica said. "About the night it happened?" Yandy narrowed her eyes. "What more could there be?" "It wasn't just him and me," Erica whispered. "Someone else was there, someone who knows everything." The room went cold. "Who?" Yandy asked, her voice low. Erica hesitated. "I don't want to drag them into this, but if you force my hand..." "I will!" Mendeecees stepped back, visibly shaken. "Don't do this!" The question now is, what happens next? Will Yandy ever forgive Mendeecees? Will Erica raise the child alone? Or will more secrets emerge before the dust settles? And can a broken family truly rebuild under the spotlight? Or are some fractures just too deep? This story isn't over, not by a long shot. And you already know, the next twist is probably just one live stream or courtroom appearance away. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think Yandy made the right choice walking away? Can Erica really be trusted after everything? And is Mendeecees finally ready to grow up and face the music? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if it had you on the edge of your seat, subscribe for more wild reality drama breakdowns, and hit that bell so you never miss a no update. Because in this world of secrets and spotlights, the truth always comes out. And when it does, we'll be right here to break it down.